Hello everyone and welcome back to another Eden. So, this is going to be the last recording for the night and I'm pretty ruined. But it's going to be the last episode as part of, well, the follow-up to the Closed Time Layer DLC. So, we need to go to that red quest that we unlocked at the end of the last episode in the Elsian Theta District. And we can unlock our level, basically unbreak the level cap of Rica. There it is. So yeah, we'll have Helena, we'll have Galliard, we'll have Rica. Meowtrix. Is that Rica? What's what? What's what? My systems are running as silently as ever. No. Maybe it's my ears that are acting up then. Oh my god! Meowtrivate. Eh? A robotic cat? It looks uncannily like someone I know. I cannot help but agree. Meowtron. The way it's purring sounds kind of futuristic. Wait, could it be... Rica? Is this the cat version of you? What is your basis for making such a claim? Meowtron? Perhaps pink is the in color for robot cats these days. Not sure about that. Maybe KMS made it a new product. Negative, I cannot find any records relevant to this cat in my database. You looked it up just now with a spin of those things. I was unable to identify the cat's product number nor its owner. I don't think I get your meaning. The cat is likely custom made and its creator has not registered the details. As far as the data is concerned, it's a stray. A stray robocat, huh? Pipe down out there, would you? You're right outside my house. What the? Rica, Eldo, that was you? Hey Sebastia, what would you make of this robot cat? Meowtron. Rica, I didn't know you had a cat version. Well, it looks like a stray, so how about you take care of it? It's just your style. You suggest that I provide this cat with food and shelter, or oil and maintenance, rather? Seems like she's just not interested in having a cat around. Meowcron. Cats are a sensitive species, you know. It can sense your hostility. I've got bundles of things to worry about besides the whimsies of a random robocat. All I ask is that you don't leave it hovering around my house. Would you take care of it? Suppose I were to take care of this cat, it would require a supremely soft bed, 1, a supremely soft bed, 2, a high-class scratching post, 3, top-caliber cat toys. Not forgetting a cat carrier and bell, both with maximal cuteness. Maximal cuteness? Okay, there's been a lot of trons and crons, and now a maximal. I think that's supposed to say maximum, but this feels like not a mistake. Transformers references everywhere. Perhaps the Synth Hydra could spare a room for its lodgings. That's quite some enthusiasm. I take it you like the cat? Sounds like you've got this down, Rica. Over to you then. Oh wow, that's some rare robocat right there. Oh wow, that's some rare robocat right there. Eh? Leo, you're alive? And kicking! What made you think I was dead? Well, you've been dead to me. It's been a long time since you last came here. I assumed you were in prison, or... On what charges? For the frickin' huge incident you caused. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You're right, it was pretty huge. The only thing that directly broke Elzian law was the revival of Galliard, though. The sentence for that was annulled with a plea bargain. Reviving Galliard wasn't even half the story. What about destroying the floating island? That's hardly a light crime, is it? But it looked like it went back in time. Yeah, see? Disintegrated, they say. It shrunk and went through a wormhole. How the heck do you propose to get off the hook for that? Oh, that. Leobuck was the guy who gave the order. And besides, that plate was KMS property and scheduled for demolition anyway. We would have had to pay for demo bots to painstakingly dismantle it. We saved buckets and buckets of git. Ugh. And the interdimensional trading? There were definite compliance issues there. You said yourself it's a grey area. Only with respect to tax reporting. Tax reporting? In principle, corporate transactions should be taxed, but Elzian law has nothing on trade between different dimensions. They would need to write the laws before I could be accused of breaking them. I'm hardly at risk of imprisonment. So in conclusion, you've done nothing wrong whatsoever. Right, as far as the law is concerned. Smooth handling of this sort is to be expected from a KMS junior operations officer. Meowtron. Bleh. This guy doesn't trip up, no matter how fast the rope is swinging. I notice this cat is awfully similar to Rica. A little project of Sebastia's, perhaps? Nothing to do with me. I posit the probability of Leo's business here being acquirement of the cat at 78%. Regrettably for him, the question of its ownership has been settled. Impressive to be so attached to a cat we've known for the best part of 3 minutes. Excuse me. Fear not, Rica, I have no desire of laying claim to the cat. Then what are you here for? You wouldn't show up here, except on business. You're on the mark. I have a little something to ask of Aldo. What might that be? There's been a breach at a KMS robot factory. A security breach? That's right! A hacker hijacked our production systems. They succeeded in manufacturing several unauthorized robot models, which then broke out of the factory. They bypassed KMS security and even manipulated the system to manufacture robots, hacking skill 3 SD higher than that mean would be required to pull off such a feat. Why are you asking Aldo for help with this, though? What's your game this time, Leo? Meow, Flux. The name of my game is Secrecy. It's not been long since the rockets surrounding the Cronus report. It's not a good time to be acting conspicuously. A headline of KMS Robot Crisis in Elzian Chronicle would make painful reading for the executives. Right, you guys are up to the job, but more importantly, you won't go blabbing to the press. Doing favors for KMS doesn't quite sit right with me. Unfortunate. But the citizens of Elzian as well, who will be endangered. What? What would endanger them? The factory in question procures security purpose robots. So we have a rogue security robot on the loose in town. No further calculations are required. This incident's significance is beyond reasonable doubt. We can't have anybody getting hurt. Let's nip this robot trouble in the butt ASAP. Meow, Shrun. Our robot feline friend is full of fighting spirit. I feel energized too. My belief wasn't misplaced. You aren't the sort to stand by when folk are in trouble. They're not indolent, no. But I don't like to see them dancing at the end of your strings, Leo. Not ideal, but there's no choice. Security robots tend to have missiles and whatnot, We can't have them on the loose. I really wish I refilled my drink. Well, I'm not trying to dissuade you. Our search for the robots is centered on 3 locations: Theta District, Gamma District, and Route 99. Got it, Leo. We're on it. Come along, Mr. Catbot. Let us go forth with optimal efficiency. Meowtron. Well, this would be one, wouldn't it? Hey, what's that? Maybe Rica had a point about the in-color for robots being pink. My spectrosensors cannot detect a deviation from my own shade of pink. Most likely this is one of the unauthorized robots Leo is after. Sis. Sister. Big sister. Your address is not in accordance with my database, which makes no reference to me having a young sister. How do you know this robot is a girl? Voice adjustment complete. I am a girl. Sorry if I sounded doubtful. A girl goes deeper than a skirt, ribbon, twin tails, you know, when it comes to the truly important features. I've got Rica beat hands down. Just look at how streamlined my flight flaps are. Not half as streamlined or lined as my twin tails, besides humans feel more affinity for a form resembling their own. Whatever. To be truly considered user-friendly robot in the 12th century, you have to be able to fly. Where does the connection between flying and user-friendliness come from? See, if you can't recognize that as a prime display of user-friendliness, you need to get your logic modules checked. Haha, haha, haha. How long have you been under the illusion that I cannot fly? What did you say? I have created a killer flying technique for the sky race. But Rica, you could only pull that off with me last time. Aldo, this is a battle I cannot lose. Lift off. Oh. Rica. Meh. Rica has landed rather unceremoniously. As for which of us is user-friendlier, we will decide that through combat. Suits me. And so a clash over who's the most user-friendly turns to violence. Sheesh.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless.
Oh yeah, I guess we should put Rica on the team, huh? A quarter of the way through the frickin' episode, jeez. I believe we can now confidently conclude that the more user-friendly model of us is I. This is too much to take. Whoa! She did not need to kill herself. Yeah, tricks. That was some slick fighting. You two out there, strong. You know that? You two are out there, strong. You know that? This is our beauty. It is our beauty that gives us power. What the? Rica, that's not quite... Haha! You're an odd one. You know that, Rica? No other Rica I know of has your level of individuality. You should not expect otherwise, given that I have been hand-calibrated by Professor Madoka. Oh, now that's something worthy of note. I've been so single-minded in my research of Professor Kronos that I overlooked his wife. The look in his eyes is suggestive of unwholesome personality traits. I've got to say, you piqued my interest as well, Rica. I am in danger then. The objects of Leo's interest are invariably subject to unstable levels of scrutiny. No sooner than he expressed interest in me that I detect a record of forced access into my systems. Forced access? Your expediency is almost logic-defying, though I suppose nothing can be ruled out for KMS's youngest operating officer. Meowtron. Aldo, Leo's threat level exceeds that which can be reasonably tolerated. I propose we flee. Flee to where? Hold up. Forced access. And Rica none the wiser. Whoever our hacker is, it looks like they're pulling out all the stops. Which means boredom is firmly out of the equation. Just perfect. Rica, you said there's been forced access into your systems. That doesn't sound very comfortable. Worry not, Elder. I'm not one to let a bit of hacking get me down. After all, I'm not your standard all-purpose android. I am a KMS-made 203 series. You were unaware of the intrusion earlier, though. Perhaps I was, perhaps not. I refreshed my cache since we spoke to Leo, so I cannot readily access the details. Meowtronix. 2 more spots left then. Gamma District and Route 99. Let's keep our eyes peeled for something pink and metallic. I feel bad about killing the other one, you know? Aldo, I have a visual of something unusual. Oh, I'm loving these. This district is off limits to missile-bearing robots. What? Why the nerve of you? I will escort you off the premises. Follow me and mind you keep your missiles holstered. To do that would besmirch my maidenly honor. Oh boy, not good. Robot serial number not found, also factoring in its malicious behavior. We can be confident this is our target. Though it must be said, the android was being quite overbearing. Do you find it odd? I find more sympathy for the assailant than the assaulted elder. Couldn't be because you're both pink, could it? It's probably easier to put yourself in the, let's call those shoes of something that looks like you. That makes intuitive, logical sense. You suggest it was improper of me to strike him down. An impressive demonstration of sophistry would be required to reach any other conclusion. So you want to make me some kind of loose-moraled lady, do you? As it happens, my maidenly virtue easily surpasses the android I was based off. Yourself, Rica. I wouldn't have imagined maidenly virtue being a thing for robots or androids. This is the first time I have heard of it, however, no feature can be considered dispensable for an android claiming to be all-purpose. Then let's put your all-purposeness to the test with a maidenly pop quiz. Tell me, what was the #1 taught flavor in Elzian last month? Don't even think of asking your database. That would be dishonorable and unmaidenly in equal measure. I don't suppose you know the answer. Trivia of that kind has no place in my database. It would merely clutter up my storage space. The correct answer, fruity tarts. And with this, any concept of Rica's maidenly virtue is disproven. Also, Sir Aldo, your companion's lack of maidenliness may lead you to dishonor one day. What say you to having me accompany you instead? Not really interested. A sure indication of the bareness of her romantic life. Her romantic life? In any case, tarts are not a favorite of mine, much less fruity ones. Gasp. This takes your maidenly virtue into negative territory. How dare you propose to be of use to Sir Aldo without local data on sweets, cosmetics, nail polish, and the like? Honestly, where do you get all of this stuff from? It's all gibberish to me. Rica has been helping us just fine until now without any nail polish. Thank you for your positive feedback, Aldo. However, you are not exempted from the fees you have incurred from my assistance in battle since our first meeting. Wait, what? I would have thought after all our journeys you would have forgotten about that. While it cuts me to the bone not to have my maidenliness valued, there is more to me than that. For example, I'm an accomplished warrior. I hope you find dust tastier than fruit tarts, because soon you'll bite it. Detected increased concentration of hostile energy. Target has entered combat mode. I will erase any doubts about my romantic ineligibility. I will erase any doubts about my romantic eligibility by displaying my might in battle. Don't tell me that hit you in a sore spot, Rica. Being ignorant about tarts hardly makes you a bad android. Ignorance of any subject at all is a defect as far as a civil service droid is concerned. Jeez. Well, you're a cute pink robot guy. Bye now.
These are the cries of the voiceless.
Man. What is the point of it all? Dieting, skin care, carefully coordinated fragrances, eyebrow plucking, hair extensions, dress sense. That is sad. Oh my, perhaps we were too quick to dismiss her maidenly virtue as worthless. Another explosion, another robot down. Seems you're making good progress. Meowtron. What are you coming over to me for? Meowflux. Well, if you like me that much, fine. The cat seems highly fond of you. I wouldn't say so. Not really. Silly theories about pink being the in color aside, why is it that all of these robots share Rica's color scheme? It can't be coincidental. No, I don't believe it can be. Some underlying logic must dictate that pink is the cutest color for robots. KMS has simply followed suit. I won't say anything against your cuteness, but whoever made them likely had something else in mind. Would you agree with that, Sebastian? Why are you asking me for? Well, you are a top-class engineer, so I'd hoped you'd have some insights into the creator's thought process. This cat is clearly very well made. It's beyond your average engineer. It's beyond what your average engineer is capable of. That's all well and good, but I have some business to attend to, so if you don't mind me... See you guys! What now? She's a busy girl. Nothing out of the ordinary there. What she busy with, however, is much more questionable. Meows on. One spot left to check. Route 99. Let's keep our eyes peeled for something pink and metallic. Oh. We can just do this.
This is just like a combat drill. Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless. Okay, head count. Anyone hurt?
Oh good, we're nearly there. Claude's just up there chilling, huh? Oh, we know where we can find him. Aldo, I have a hit on my radar. It's another one of the runaway robots, right? Oh my god. To help, to assist, to serve, such is my cause, my purpose, my mission. It's mumbling to itself. Kinda concerning. Perhaps this robot has aspirations of joining the civil service. Something about those missile pods tells me its service probably wouldn't be very civil. That said, it's got the same colors as you. I really wonder what's up with that. It is a simple mechanism, Aldo. The color pink sets people at ease. So, in the case of this robot, its coloring would offset any revulsion experienced on account of its unseemly, jangling form. Jangling. Why you? What part of me is jangling? Certainly not my legs. Nor my pods. My missiles are all stashed securely in their slots. What could be more reassuring? Virtually nothing. You appear to require the installation of an anti-hubris plugin. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. I can barely think of anything less reassuring than having missiles pointed at me. I guess they're reassuring for whoever's wielding them, but for everybody else... That little kitty over there, on the other hand, now she's reassuring. Seeing an adorable cat rolling around really gives one a sense that everything will be alright. As a humanoid model, I have to concede defeat on this front. Not everyone is so defeatist. I will stop at nothing in my struggle to provide peace of mind to mankind through service, devotion, and love. I wish you the best of luck in that. Why do I find your words unreassuring? Please, take a better look at my components. My exhaust pipes hum to the tune of reliability. My Gatling gun exudes assuredness. Sure as you might, you will not find a more reliable attack robot in Elzian. Things have changed a crazy lot in the last 800 years, and I'm not fully caught up. But in my era, we wouldn't use the word reassuring to describe ballistic weapons. Aldo, be reassured that no one with a correctly installed OS would either. Do you think it might be that my armament can be seen as threatening? Then my purpose is destroyed. After all, destruction is all that I am fit for. If serving humanity is beyond my specification, I will turn myself into the more primitive purpose of warfare. The target is pumping itself up with hostile energy. Imminent engagement probable. Seems the only thing reliable here is we'll have to settle this the hard way. You slighted my missiles earlier. Now is the time to taste them.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
I am shaken to my core. My missiles are spent. I can offer no more. You would be hard-pressed to find someone who feels at ease in the vicinity of missiles. Meowtron. It is no wonder the popularity of cats has endured the 12th century. They really are the epitome of adorability. Meowtron. I don't know about that, Rica. I don't know about... Oh, I'll pretend it was him. I think missiles are plenty adorable too. Then your aesthetic sensibilities are called into question. A corresponding adjustment to your Rica rating has been made. No fair, you can't just go taking points off people for having an interest in military tech. You have to let people like the things they like without judging them. You wouldn't criticize me for my devotion to Sebastia. You sure say some stuff, and keep a straight face the whole time. How? What would make me uncomfortable in the slightest? I said nothing more than what I really think. As you've heard me say before, it's a rule of mine not to lie. Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you. What's the idea behind that? Most people aren't that strict about not lying. The ethical motivations for falsehood avoidance are unlikely to hold any weight for Leo. Yup, as we all know by now, Leo's no saint. Meowtronix. Not sure I like the implication there, but no saint is fair enough. There are 2 or 3 main reasons for my rule. First of all, is if I'm going to make it to the very elite rung of society one day, I'll be liable to get tripped up by any lies I've told. People use that stuff to smear your image. This anti-falsehood policy has served you well considering your career thus far. Second up is to keep cardinal vestige at arm's length. Telling lies could give them an opportunity to catch me out. Maybe that was part of why they didn't figure out your role in the Kronos report case. Obviously, now they very much have their eyes on me. There's no chance I'll slip under their radar next time. And third, basically the important one. If I started lying, it would make everything too easy. Things would get boring. That would defeat the entire point. No shortage of overconfidence with this guy, as if lying would get everybody to do what you want. Give me a break. You want me to make a wager, Sebastia? If I start lying, and 20 days from now... No, 10. And we're on our honeymoon. How about it? No frickin' thank you. Would you mind not creeping me out? I'd brush it off if a normal person told me that, but with you... No. You keep going with that rule. For life. Well, sure. Abandoning my rule would be like lowering the difficulty on a video game. Not my style. We're done on Route 99 then. So far, you're proving as reliable as I hoped. All the runaway robots have been duly reduced to dust. You have my gratitude. The staff at KMS will be breathing a collective sigh of relief as well. I feel sort of relieved too. No one hurt, and all the rogue robots put out of action. It's a good day's work for sure. They were an odd bunch, weren't they? We still haven't figured out the connection to Rica. In light of the sales and reputation of the Rica series, it's hardly surprising to see spin-off models. The hacker's motivation for making those robots isn't obvious? I came out here myself to see if I can... Isn't obvious. I came out here to see... The hacker's motivation for making these robots isn't obvious. I came out here myself to see if I could figure it out. I'm drawing a blank though. Guess the only sensible I guess the only sensible thing to do is to ask the hacker, because of course I know the hacker. Sebastia, would you care to enlighten us? Enlighten you? About what? You seem quite taken aback there, Sebastia. Why shouldn't I be? I mean, Leo's falsely accusing me, so... Detected, sweat emission, and heightened heart rate. Reasonable conclusion, Sebastia is lying. So you really did hack KMS and make those robots? I knew this from the outset. Just a case of checking the logs of access to the factory by an executive account. But there wouldn't have been any logs. Pretty sure I deleted them. Sure, on the server side, but on your own machine, nope, everything was there. You got a hold of my PC? When? Was pretty much the first thing I went to do once I heard about the incident. I mean, honestly, who else? I thought you'd give me some amusement as always, so I volunteered. I head up to the response team. Alright, it's pretty clear the cat's out of the bag. You got me. Sebastia, what were you seeking to achieve? I wanted to gain an understanding of how your AI works. Mine. That's also where you hacked into Rica herself, yes? Somewhere in Rica's database, there's something I really need access to. It's called the Madoka Report. The Madoka Report? Just as Galliard had a mechanism for accessing the Kronos Report, I figured his wife, Professor Madoka, may also have built a mechanism into her favorite android, granting access to her as yet unseen research files. That android being you, Rica. It is true that I received special calibrations from Madoka, but I know it sounds a stretch, but there's more evidence. That one time I gave you maintenance at mine, I hit upon a cache of files in your database not accessible by standard means. As I understand it, Professor Madoka was a formidable researcher in her own right. It's reasonable to expect a report she authored has findings of considerable worth. That's what I'm hoping, or expecting even. I can't fault your reasoning, or conclusions. All of a sudden, things have gotten rather interesting. I made that hacking attempt to see if I could fish up anything from your banks of data, but there was no way I was getting past that security, and leaving with even a shred of data. Weirdly, the key needed to access the Madoka report file seems to be Rica's AI program itself. To access the report, you need my AI? Right, so I was thinking if I could replicate it, that would be a way to access the report. Since you have a separate combat mode with specialized functioning, I need to gather battle data from you. So you made us fight those robots to get data? Talking to Rica to ask her to fight them was my original plan. Then Rica showed up and just incorporated... Then Leo showed up and I just sorta incorporated his scheme into mine. Very neat of you, Sebastia. I'm impressed. To record and analyze Rica's data, I used... Meowtron. The cat, really? Yeah, she's called Recat. Meowtron. Finally I can give cat talk a rest and use words like an intelligent being. That's one intelligent cat right there. By observing Rica, I gathered the nutritious data I needed to develop my AI brain. Sebastia, when you made out you'd never seen the cat before. Quite the tally of lies I'm racking up, huh? Unlike Leo, though, I have no policy against porkies. When you say that, it almost makes Leo sound like the more upstanding of the two of you. Anywho, with Recat's AI grown and nice and brainy, she should be able to access the Madoka report right away. If you wouldn't mind, Recat? I mind. Apologies, but I must pursue my own purpose in this first of my 9 lives. Eh? Oh, come on. Rica, come to meet me at the airport if you police. Wait, Recat, slow down. Slow down in more ways than one. It's scary to see exponential learning in action like that. Kind of a no-brainer that this would happen when it's me designing the AI. The AI's exponential learning capabilities have resulted in it turning against its creator. Which wasn't what you intended, surely. Shut up! Looks like we're definitely in for some fun. Thanks to Sebastia's inadvertent brilliance. It shouldn't be long before we have the Madoka report at our perusal. Our perusal? Well, whatever. Let's go to the airport already. I kind of really like Sebastia. She's such a dick to him. He deserves it too. Actually, I think we gotta go Sebastia's lab. Beta district. I wish I could just warp to the districts. It would make so much more sense. Recat. That is very cute. Oh my god, wait a second. Oh my god, I thought those islands were the top of the tree from earlier episodes.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
Huh? What's up? Got a call from a colleague. They wouldn't disturb me if it's not important. Give me a minute, thanks. Screw waiting for him. Let's go. Really? You sure? Yeah, I mean, why is he with us to begin with? This isn't his business. True, Leo's sphere of concern only extended as far as the robot's neutralization. The other robots were KMS models, but Recat was my own work. Leo needs to butt out. Fine then, let's look around for Recat. OG Rica, thank you for coming. Certainly, I have multiple questions for you, Recat. All that can wait. Grab her, Elder. The Madoka report comes first. After all that trouble you caused, at least be patient. Access to the Madoka report is a permission only granted to the OG Rica AI. As my own AI is still in development stage, I don't have access. I am yet to attain the level of development needed to gain access. In particular, my combat mode is under development. I need data. Do you propose that the two of us duel? That would be far from a fair fight. My feline chassis is not purposed for receiving My feline chassis is purposed for receiving adoration, not for scrapping. So, where will you get the battle data from? Perhaps you would... I have bad news. Why not trot off back to KMS then? Quit involving us in your problems. What I've just been told is very much your concern as well. The factory has been hacked again. The production systems were hijacked to make a fourth robot. The hacker used the same ID as the last time. The chairman's. I don't like the way everybody is looking at me. You think it was me. It wasn't. Your remarks have been adjusted with respect to a critical factor. Unlike Leo, you don't always tell the truth. Sebastia, you know, whatever you do, you have my support. You guys are talking like it's a sure thing. Trust me a little, wouldn't you? Your present Rica rating is too low to invoke auto trust. May I be permitted to speak? As it happens, Sebastia is innocent. Thank you very much, Recat. See, guys? I can attach a probability of no more than 0.3% to anything except Recat covering for her creator. Get out of here, Rica. Your probabilitorizer is dysfunctional. The reality of the matter is that pawns truly were the culprit. I hacked the factory and ordered the robot's manufacture. Eh? I mean, there's exponential growth, and then there's actual exponential growth. This isn't going to go down as one of your more flawless projects. OG Rica collecting data from a fourth battle will render me a perfectly complete AI, as it shows me how a Rica behaves in an extreme pressure and situation. You wish for me to battle this new robot? Meowtrix, I do. I take it extreme pressure means the robot won't be going easy? That's how you should read it. Don't slack with your preparation. Well then, my friends, hop to it. No way. Oh, that's awesome. It's actually a cool looking color scheme on it, to be fair. Huh? What? Yeah, this isn't serious, right? What part of pink plasma blade wielding death robot seems like a joke to you? Deus Ex, Doombringer from the heavens, will battle you on my behalf. Just call it Deus Ex, it hurts me to hear the full name. This is totally not going easy. Any cat capable of commanding a death robot must be considered an extreme threat. However, this is a threat we are perfectly equal to, perhaps not in terms of size, but we are superior when it comes to metrics that count. Send all deathbots you like, nothing gets between a civil service droid and her duty. Well said. Let's have at it. I want to know what it means to be the OG. Please show me Rica. Special Deus Ex.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless.
Combat mode activated.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless.
Termination mode activated. It won't matter, buddy.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless.
It's down. We have secured victory. Deus Ex Doombringer from the heavens wasn't good enough. I suppose it will take something special to overcome you. Something I will soon be able to provide. I've gathered the data I need. First, would you mind sending me the Madoka report? Good to know that you're still looking out for number 1. Request refused. Request refused. No loyalty whatsoever to your creator then. I too must look out for number 1. My purpose comes first. You would be willing to send us the report after fulfilling your own objective, though? Accessing the report would be a final demonstration that my AI has reached Rica's level, so yes. Okay, let me make you a proposition. I will assist you with your objective, and you show me the report first of all. Sounds like a deal? Hold up, Leo, that's... Your honesty is well established. We have a deal. Excellent. Okay. Leo? The two of us are teaming up. We'll be seeing you guys. Meowtron. You treacherous, scheming. You display an extreme lack of reserve in abandoning your allies. Reserve? Not something I'm fond of. You don't get far into the business world by being reserved. Something I'm fond of, though, or rather, someone, is you, Sebastian. I'll send you a copy of the report when I'm done. Don't sweat it. I don't want it after you're done with it. I want it first, and you'd better bet I'm going to do all I can to get it. Race you for it then. Me and Rica have something of a head start. But good luck to you anyhow. I'll be in touch shortly with further details, OG Rica. 5 minutes ago, he's all buddy-buddy, and next thing you know, he's teamed up with our target, and zooming away on his hoverplat. I really cannot stand that guy. I feel tense all of a sudden, knowing we're up against him again. And Sebastia, too, potentially, for the Madoka report comes first, and everything else a distant second. What kind of stupid mess have we gotten ourselves into here? Enough grumbling, thanks. You don't want Leo getting the report before me. He can't be trusted with it. The probability of a Leo plus Madoka report combination causing mayhem is over 99%. Okay, I can't argue with the statistics. We'll go with you, Sebastia. Good choice. Rica said she'd be in contact. Anything yet? Yes. How prompt. She must have composed this message while airborne. Rica will meet us at the data center in KMS's former HQ. Apparently, we should come prepared. Okay, let's get ourselves ready for a trip to that old place then. And this is the last stop too. Former KMS. Progress? Character quest? No. Quests in progress. In progress. Okay, never mind. We know it's here somewhere. Okay, no, seriously, I think... Who is this? H-Block in IDA school. Ooh, another unlockable character. We'll get that in the next episode, though.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless. Mission accomplished. I'm satisfied.
After this episode, I'm gonna have to grind out all of the extra stuff from the hard and very hard mode dungeons. I still forgot to put Rica on the team. Let me do that now, even though we're right at the end. Where are you, Rica? My goodness. And instead of Helena, we will have... Not Krovo, not Nonold. Where are you? There you are. Rebella. That way we don't lose that bonus.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless. Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless.
My sin is that I'm too powerful.
I hope I'm going the right way.
Listen, these are the cries of
Pretty crazy to think the next episode I record is going to be the next chunk of story. I have no idea what to expect, hey. I don't even remember what happened at the end of the story. There was that one ogre that escaped.
Unleash the power of the spirit world.
split up the elemental arms, we got our tenor back,
These are the
and there was something
cries of the
suspicious
voiceless.
happening. I'm sure we'll find out. Oh, excuse me. Piece of map that was unexplored. How rude.
Unleash the power of the spirit world!
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
Pride comes before the fall.
Alright.
Who wants a bite? Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
You know what the annoying thing is? I'm realizing now. I gotta go to the end though, but I'm realizing now it's probably another case of it's right by the entrance, and we've run through the entire dungeon again, assuming it would be the ending room, because, well, that's what you should put it.
These are the cries
I mean, yeah,
of the
making people walk
voiceless.
through the entire dungeon's a pain in the ass and everything, but like, this is the end of a quest. Like the time that you do get away with doing that.
Who wants a bite? Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
Pride comes before the fall.
Alright. Oh, we actually ticked over a reward from that. That's hilarious. Yeah, I really thought it would be this room. It might be. It is not, though. Really? We went in here, didn't we? Yes, this is the way we went. Maybe it's just the normal building. Searching around for stuff.
These are the cries of the voiceless.
I still can't believe that we got screwed on Merc twice in a row. 2,000 gems, and we both got crap draws, like nothing on both of them. I actually can't believe that.
Listen.
Thillalil.
These are the cries of the voiceless.
I've already pretty much maxed you out aside from that final form, so it's like... It feels really wasteful.
I'm gonna send you flying.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
My sin is that I'm too powerful.
You know what I should have
Unleash
done?
the power of the spirit
I
world.
should have equipped those encounter down.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
Badges. Ah, it's too late now. We're at the end of the episode, and we're pretty much at the end of the quest. Ah, thank goodness. There she is. How pleasant to see you again, OG Rica. Team Leo Recat is good to go. This guy sure has perfected the art of body. I would probably be convinced if I hadn't seen the other side of him. Leo, please don't tell me. You haven't read it yet, right? Relax. It seems the report can't be accessed remotely. A physical connection to Rica herself is needed. The next step is for us to subdue her so that the connection can be made. My unwholesomeness detector is going haywire. You really are a... First me, then Helena, now you're making a move on Rica? You animal! I don't much appreciate being called an animal, not by you. It's not quite justified either. Enough. We do not assemble here to have our sound detectors compromised by quarreling lovebirds, but to bear witness to the ascension of my AI to the level of the OG. I fail to see how that is possible. You see, you are, after all is said and done and analyzed, a cat. Belittle a cat at your peril. A high energy hostile is honing in on our location. Caution is advised. What are we up against this time? Oh my god, that's awesome. Flux, Tronovate. Those twin tails look deadly. Just watch her go. It's just like Rica, except much bigger. Magnificent, is she not? Say hello to Rica Deluxe. Isn't she a little too big to be only Deluxe? Don't question my naming sense. What an extraordinary piece of technology. Really, the ultimate in pink robots. Even the Doombringer from the heavens would quake in his boots at the sight of this. Slight exaggeration, or... Not one bit. The model we have here retains all of my cuteness while offering a 100% increase in charm. Twice as big doesn't mean twice as charming. The difference isn't only in size. We leveraged KMS's knowledge of the Rica series to ensure an all-around upgrade. The result is probably a threefold increase over Rica's compatibility. It was going to be the usual size. Then I had the idea of making it bigger. You've got to admit, I can be pretty funny sometimes. Funny, sure, but not in that way. While it may not be clear to everyone, the model we have before us is leaps and bounds ahead of a standard Rica in terms of user-friendliness, maidenly virtue, and reliability. You sound quite proud. Doesn't that kind of devalue you? Not in the slightest. Recat, I still cannot ascertain your purpose for having made this. You said you have a purpose to pursue. What is it? My purpose, yes. Number 1, become the ultimate Rica, rendering the OG obsolete. 2, join Aldo's party and travel across time and space. You're kidding me. If I take down the OG Rica here, a space for me in the party will open up. I have never heard of so chilling a scheme. I think I've heard worse. I hope you enjoyed your journey, Rica. From today onwards, it will be me running alongside Aldo as we make our way across fields and deep into dungeons. Have we bitten off more than we can chew this time? Now for the ultimate battle of Ricas, OG vs Deluxe. We start on my signal. 3, 2, Meowtron, go. Flux Tronovate.
Suppressing enemy.
Rica? Aldo, that is not me. But if you're here, then that thing there is.
Combat mode activated.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
Oh, one-shotted.
System damaged. Requesting repairs.
Recommend heavy caliber equipment.
Catastrophe mode activated.
Catastrophe mode goes beyond Destructo mode and is the ultimate battle mode. This isn't... This deluxe thing is really getting out of hand.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
Did we really have to kill all the robots? I see. So there is no simpler matter to surpass the OG. Amazing. It's amazing how you guys beat whatever's thrown at you. What must I do to win? What is it that makes the OG so special, so strong? It's not a question of being the OG, considering just the raw numbers, Rica Deluxe should have beat us. That doesn't stand to reason. The most important thing for a Rica is a spirit of service. Strength is irrelevant. What counts is putting others first. Not quite sure how a spirit of service relates to all the robots we busted up. It would be foolish. It would be a foolish cat who didn't take the OG at their word. How could I have failed to factor a spirit of service into my schemes? Maybe Android's reputation for logical reasoning isn't so well deserved. OG Rica. No, I will refer to you simply as OG. Just OG. 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 Very euphoric. Euphonic. What do you say? Are you two friends now? Affirmative. Right. Enough of that. What about the Madoka report? Me and Sebastian only have eyes for the report, you see. And each other, naturally. Okay, so we missed a few lines of dialogue here. Leo is like, me and Sebastian only have eyes for the report, you see. And each other, naturally. These two have got self-centeredness in common for sure. I wonder how far the similarities go, says Aldo. Apropos of that, I have been wondering. The report's access key is my AI program, correct? Now I can click back to it. Yup, the idea behind Recat was her AI would develop into a replica of yours. Why the need for a replica? Could I myself not have provided access? That crossed my mind as well. It seemed the obvious solution to just ask Rica. Given the length Sebastian went to designing Recat's AI, I can barely imagine. There must have been technical issues with the approach, right, Sebastian? Or maybe I just didn't think of that. Just asking isn't really in the Sebastian toolbox of solutions. Well, isn't it about time you added it? We've been friends long enough. Your trepidation was unfounded. I would not have denied the request. I do have an Amy-shaped Just Ask Her in my toolbox at least. She's my age. We're sort of friends in that. I suppose this is the flip side of your intellectual independence. Sometimes it stops you pursuing efficient solutions. Okay, enough chat. I would like to read the Madoka report. Guess this is Leo for you, straight back onto our side when we have what he wants. If you would, Rica, I simply cannot wait longer. Understood. Initializing self-scan, black box data located, attempting to extract. Oh. Rica, what's up? The extract was exceedingly simple. Unlike designing an AI from scratch. Meow, Cron. The report folder contains files of various extensions, including holodrive files. Do you wish me to project them? Projection commencing. Playing Madoka Report, Part 1. I know all of this isn't easy for you. That's Professor Kronos. He's talking to Professor Madoka. Honestly, how many times must I say it before it gets through to you? I don't want to see your dirty clothes strewn across the floor again. Okay, that was my bad, and won't happen again, okay? If it does, it'll be gruel for you at dinner. What now? How long until Cecile is born? Impatient to meet her? I guess. Can I feel your tummy? Sure. Oh, look at baby Elder. Whoa, she moved! Cecile was kicking inside of me, huh? That's her way of saying, be patient. I'll try to be, but I'm just looking forward to meeting her so much. Darling, you look really tired. Is everything going alright? There's just too much to do. I can't make time to sleep even. You don't usually go this long without shaving. Sorry, do you want me to? No, I think I prefer this. It gives you a nice rugged vibe. Rugged? Works, I guess. I'll keep it like this. Besides the videos, there are a number of text files. The contents primarily concern Professor Kronos' bad habits and the upbringing of Eden and Cecile. Primarily, so the Madoka report is actually... There is virtually no doubt. It's a diary. Yep. There is also a message addressed to me. Playback commencing. This folder is a collection of precious memories, a record of the days spent with my family. Most days were nothing special in isolation. Collectively, they've made me what I am. I want to share this part of me with you, Rica. Hopefully you can find a purpose for it. You were born with a kind and gentle soul, Rica. Don't ever forget that. Professor. Certainly, I have a purpose for this record. Meowzon. There's nothing else? I'm at a loss. Can you send me over the folder? I have to analyze it myself. The data is encrypted, surely. You'll lend me a hand, Leo. We can't have been through all of this to come away without any findings. No findings. I beg to differ. How revealing that was to see Professor Kronos in a household setting. It really was quite wonderful. Wonderful? I guess the mere sight of Professor Kronos is enough to satisfy you. So, could I have a copy if you don't mind? I want to sit down and watch over it properly. 1 copy for Sebastian, 1 copy for Leo, sending. That was quite the mini adventure we had today. One with pleasing results. We acquired the Madoka report and the vital insights it contains. We also put Rica Deluxe in her place, thus establishing the OG superiority. My battle specs require adjustment to account for this demonstration of improved performance. Logically, the factor of my upgrade should equal the size gap with the foe we defeated times 2. Today's result is less satisfactory for me. You weren't able to beat the original Rica. Was that really necessary, though? Surpassing Rica would earn me the right to be your companion, and the right to be stroked lots by you and your fellowship. That's ridiculous. You only needed to say the word. I'm not one to turn down a cat in need of a stroke. Brr. Plurb. Now all of us are happy, and I have myself a little sister. Meowtron. I shall see to it that you have your own room on the Rift Breaker. An entire room. Welcome to the crew, Recat. I hope that stroke just now will be the first of many. It will indeed, Kitty. It will indeed. Gratinal. Rica took insight from the Madoka report and gained access to a new class. Oh, and we got her hammer! It's a strange pillar of light. Touch it. Interesting. Actually, before I do that, Rica, guess what I got for you? This is yours. Temporal hammer. Yep, that's her hammer, alright. Wait. Memory expansion. Restore MP when normal attack. Restore skill effect plus. Oh, so she's an even better healer now. And eventually, when I get enough of Gratinal Psalms, at least these don't require chant scripts, so I might actually grind all of these out. And that should be our last main character aside from maybe Fien, but I don't know if Fien will get a level 80 form yet. What I do know is that we've got one last thing to do in this episode. Where are you? There you are. Now. I feel like I just realized I could have clicked that exclamation point at the end to go inside the Rift Breaker, but oh well. I feel like I was trying that before. It just wouldn't work. Okay. Not quite sure where they are, but we'll find them. Hey, buddy. Where is it? Oh my god, there it is! Meowtron. Thanks to your advice, I was able to find somewhere to rest my paws around here. I would love to join you all on your adventures through space-time someday. Oh, I thought we were going to get like a paw stamp in our book. But I feel like that means that we're eventually going to get Recat as like sidekick, maybe. Okay. What do we get for all of that? Cool. Bit over 100 gems. It sure would be a shame if I wasted 2,000 on 1.0 trash, right? Oh well. Well, I think, yeah, so that's all of our main characters back up. So the only thing I had left to do was going to be the theater, but because of time constraints, I want to get into the next part and try and get up to 2.0 in our next sitting, which will be after I have a nap and do all the stuff I've got to do today. So, I'm probably going to skip the theater until a little bit later. It'll still be doable. We can come back to it. And we already kind of accidentally started it anyway. But yeah, we'll come back to it.
An evil wind
Next
calls.
episode will be the next chunk of story. So, I'm going to call that an episode there. If you guys like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell to stay up to date with episodes. And until the next episode of Story in Another Eden, you've been watching DudeGoBack, and I've been Shadorian. Thanks for watching, everyone.